All right, so we are officially on verdict watch in the high-profile double murder trial of Brendan Banfield. As you know, Banfield is accused of conspiring with the family's au pair to murder his wife and another man.
The jury has gone home for the weekend after starting their deliberations about 4 hours ago. Our Matthew Torres gets us up to speed after sitting through the closing arguments today.
Mr. Banfield gave you zero explanation for any of this evidence.
All we've done is show evidence. All we've done is try to get the truth out there.
Tonight, it's all in the hands of the jury. Brendan Banfield is on trial for the murders of his wife, Christine, and a stranger named Joseph Ryan. In her closing arguments, prosecutor Jenna Sands blames it on Banfield's affair with his au pair, Juliana Perez Magalhaes.
He was in love with Juliana. He was afraid of losing her. He needed to get rid of his wife so that they could be together.
The two are accused of posing as Christine through an adult fetish website to lure Ryan to their arrested home. The prosecution says they framed Ryan, who thought he was invited to bring a knife and perform a violent rape fantasy on Christine. On the stand Thursday, Banfield, a former IRS agent, told jurors he shot Ryan in the head because he thought he was stabbing Christine.
I was extremely terrified.
But authorities say Perez Magalhaes used a second gun to fire the kill shot, and Banfield stabbed his wife on both sides of the neck 7 times, then smeared her blood on Ryan's hands.
This scene was manipulated. And it wasn't by Joe. It wasn't by Christine.
Testifying against her former lover, Perez Magalhaes says Banfield was in charge of the murder plot. But defense attorney John Carroll told jurors her version of the story is unreliable.
She was a pawn in trying to get to my client.
In his closing, Carroll says police were biased early in the investigation. Two-tunnel focused that his client was catfishing instead of considering Ryan as the suspect.
Could he have been angry at Christine, thinking that she set him up? Those are the whys.
Carroll is trying to cast doubt by arguing Perez Magalhaes only flipped her story on Banfield after he was arrested a year and a half later and after the Commonwealth offered a plea deal. He says investigators declined a digital forensic investigator's theory that Christine may have been the one behind the fetish account to invite Ryan.
Juliana made it up. She told the Commonwealth what they wanted to hear, and without question, they just took it as their story.
All right, so Matthew is joining us live tonight outside the courthouse in Fairfax County. He's been in that courtroom for the entire trial.
Matthew, we just have to ask, what's been some of the reaction that you have seen today?
Yeah, and just like yesterday, the reaction from the jurors specifically have been mixed. That jury, when you remove the alternates, is now made up of 7 women and 5 men. They were really focused during the closing arguments, but at times, especially when the defense was speaking, 2 of them would maybe glance away to the gallery. Notably, Fairfax County Commonwealth Attorney Steve Descano was also in the courtroom, leaning forward sometimes, shaking his head when the defense was speaking, and at times I caught him looking over to Banfield. Now, of all the days during the trial, it was very obvious today was the busiest in the courtroom. Guys.
Busiest in the courtroom, and we will be watching to see what happens in that courtroom if it happens on Monday.
Yeah, that's
All
right.
right, Matthew, thank you. And of course, we'll send a push alert through our free WUSA 9 app once that verdict is in.